Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet.
Back for another week. Feels like a month went by. I don't know where time is going. Spring is almost over. Summer is almost here.
Time is money, they say.
Time is money, which I'm running out of time and I'm running out of money. So, hey.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Me as well. I got a kitchen reno. I don't know if we've talked about it enough.
We talked about it a little bit. How are your sinkholes doing, by the way?
We got the new sink. It arrived.
Okay.
We've been sanding.
Oh, sanding the holes.
Yeah. And then we're about to do an epoxy fill.
Really?
Oh,
you're doing all sorts of stuff that I would not care to do any of that.
No, I hate it. I don't want to do any of it. But like, and it's funny because I explained, to some of my coworkers or whatever. I was like, oh, I'm doing a kitchen renovation. I'm doing all these things, and they're like, you know how to do that? And I'm like, no. I don't know how to do.
Nobody knows how to do anything these days.
No,
nothing.
Not at all.
Nope. Like. People don't know how to do stuff. Like there was an entire generation of just lost information that is out there.
Yeah, there was that fucking place that burned.
What?
The one that they found in National Treasure. They it burned, but then Nick Cage found it.
I was gonna be like, what are you talking about? Waco again? Like what?
No, they're like it burned the fucking library of Alexandria.
The library of information.
Yeah. But no, Nick Cage fixed that.
Nick Cage. Oh well, thank God for Nick Cage. He is a national treasure. Yeah. Oh wait, what is this? Wait. Oh, I saved an item on Etsy and the shop sent me a 20%. So
good for you, Chris.
I mean, good for you. Yeah, great, but
that's saving money.
It is saving money. Yeah, I feel like there is just an entire generation just that does not have the proper information that they need.
No.
Because none of that was passed down. But thank God for YouTube because
oh, for sure.
There's a lot of shit I want to start doing on my car. And I'm well, I just bought the damn thing.
I heard.
Yeah,
finally.
Heard.
Congratulations.
But I have never gone through a process where it was more difficult for me to give somebody a lot of money. I literally had to walk into a building and say, let me give you thousands and thousands of dollars.
And then they were finally okay with that.
They were finally. It still took them 5 fucking hours to process all the paperwork.
Jesus.
We got it. Oh, Chrissy says that's like taking money out of one pocket and putting it right back in the other. I mean, I feel like that's actually just you're not even taking money out of your pocket.
No,
that money's just sitting in your wallet.
Well, part of it. You have to take part of it out.
Well, part of it's got to come out because 80% of it has to come out because you're saving 20.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's like taking 80% of the money out and giving it to somebody else while just keeping that 20% nestled right in your side, anytime you need it. It's just right there.
Now, I like the way that she said it better because we have a T-shirt.
We do have
a T-shirt.
That
exact phrase on it.
It does have that exact phrase on it.
And you can go to tpublic.com/ fucking something. It's
tpublic.com/user/BrainWreckTV. That's where you can go and buy all sorts of fun Brainwreck TV merchandise. We got some t-shirts on there. You can also buy them as tank tops for the summer, which is right around the corner. If you still live in a cold weather state, they've got hoodies. If you want it on a mug, if you want it on a sticker, if you want it on a magnet, boy, they got it all. Go there right now. Hit the link below in the description. And do some shopping. Be the coolest kid at school.
That's right. There we go.
Yeah, she was literally going to spend $30. Now she's only going to spend $24. So it's literally putting money back in the pocket.
That's true.
But it's the same pocket. Isn't it?
Well, it doesn't have to be.
I mean,
freedom of choice, man.
Yeah, I'm not here to take that away from anybody.
That's right.
That's right. I'm doing my duty.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so not much more to update on the kitchen front, but you know we're just we're learning as we go that you know maybe some of the ways that we did things may not have been the best way to do those things.
Did you get it done though?
But they're done.
They're done.
So here we are.
Yeah,
and we're just gonna keep moving forward.
See, I was taught I was taught indirectly 70 to 80% is good enough.
Oh yeah.
Just
That's
do
forethought
everything up to 70 to 80%, and then just move on to the next. It's okay.
Yeah. Manifest destiny.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you
I think 70 to 80% of those people died. So like, it's the opposite.
That was their destiny. I mean, it's.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, like if you tell me back then, like, hey, we're gonna go across this land that we've never been through on a horse and buggy with like a couple loaves of bread, a musket,
we'll figure it out,
and some arrows, I'm gonna say, nah, bro, I'm cool right here. I got the water.
What if they're like, you can have all the land you want?
Be like, I don't need all the land I want. I got a nice little plot right here. I got the water by me. I got some sand.
What I don't fucking understand, right, is if the whole point of going out west was to get land and shit like that, why didn't they just go just far enough further than the last guy?
I think that was kind of what they were trying to do. I mean, it's been a while since I've read the story, but I think that's all it was like they were just trying to keep going west and keep just stealing land from, you know.
Yeah, but like okay, so like say I'm behind you, right? And you go and you put a stake in the ground, and then you go for like 10 more miles, and then you put another stake and you're like, this is mine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put my stake right next to your stake.
Why?
At the end. And then I'm gonna go 10 miles, and then I'm gonna put my stake, and I'm just like, this is mine, and we're neighbors.
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's fine. Like I don't need all that land.
No, I mean nobody. I mean to mow it. My God.
I mean, I hate mowing. I haven't mowed my backyard in months. It is a jungle back there.
But I think they went too far. Is what I'm trying to say. Like if they did like the Jacob's Ladder.
Is this a fuck California scenario? We have manifest destiny to blame for all those goddamn liberals. Little did we know.
Little did we know.
That and the gold rush. Which, like, what the fuck happened with that? The gold rush. Like, somebody was just like, oh, there might be gold out there.
Well, no, like somebody found some, but then it was like the lotto. Like, you know how like they're like, oh, you know, $1 in a dream.
$1.
You know? They're like a pickaxe and
here's your pickaxe and your pan bucket. And
exactly. Go find that gold. It's everywhere.
Start chipping away. See what you find.
Yeah. It was like a Ponzi scheme, basically.
I feel like it was. I feel like the people that made out the most were the pickaxe sellers and the
the carnies.
It was
swooped right in and just like took everybody for what they're worth.
That's what you need to do. And I'm not endorsing, you know, any shenanigans here, okay? So like don't take my word as bond. This is just like a me thinking out loud sort of scenario. Right. I cannot be held responsible for my own actions. Do not use them against me in a court of law. But I feel like that was Patrick Fenton, what's going on? I feel like that like the whole gold rush was just a con that was set in place by the pickaxe industry.
Right. Big pickaxe.
Yeah. It was Big pickaxe was out there. Like,
was out there.
You know, we got a lot of these caves. We got all these mountains, all these riverbanks. Rocks. You know, let's just paint some rocks and throw them out there and just
Right,
And
yeah.
I'll be like, oh, we got some gold out here. You better come out, Route 2, and start chipping away at it. We
Make
got a
sure you
pickaxe,
got
great
you got
prices,
you got
$3 for an axe. Get an axe today. Buy 2 axes, get a third one, half off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a deal. We
That's
should have been
really
pickaxe
wild.
salesmen.
I mean, it's in my name. Like, what the fuck?
What are you doing? You need to brand better.
I'm building a kitchen.
You're doing the adult thing.
Surplus of axes.
Surplus of axes. Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
Okay. I don't know where to start. Do we had a weird weekend.
Oh, you had a weird weekend. Okay.
Well, I realized some stuff. I realized, one, that our childhood was fucked up. When I say our, I mean like the collective we.
The collective
Cause,
childhood.
Because all of us. Because, man, we watched some movies this last Friday.
Oh, okay.
And, like,
It was,
came to a very interesting realization.
okay.
We should not have been watching the content that we were watching. There's a reason why we are the way that we are.
Oh, sure.
And it is because of people like Don Bluth.
Don Bluth.
And
okay.
his just absolutely terrifying and horrifying cartoons for children. Man.
Well, what did you watch?
We watched The Land Before Time.
Oh.
Which I have not seen before.
You've never seen it?
I've never. Okay, so I may have mentioned before that growing up as a child, my mom had this tendency to go, no, you don't want to watch that, you're afraid of that. No, you don't want to do that, you're afraid of that. I'm starting to think she had a reason for that.
Ah,
And
okay.
maybe some of it was warranted. Because, dude, watching this movie, I'm like, this is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost 34 years old. And I'm traumatized. This is what... And Christy was like, I watched this movie all the time as a kid. And I'm like...
Me too!
What is wrong with you people? What about that movie made you want to go back?
It was the Tree Stars, man.
Was it just like the element of hope? Like, there might be gold in those mountains over there? We just need to keep moving west to get to the Valley of Greenery? Christy's first favorite
Chris,
movie,
I think
yeah.
that was mine as well.
What is
That
wrong
was
with the two of you?
Well, the thing was, like, so that one I specifically know that my grandma had the VHS
Sure.
of it. So whenever I was over there,
Yeah.
like, that would be like a go-to.
Right.
And you know what I really think it was? I think part of it had to do with the Pizza Hut commercial that played before it on the VHS.
So we interestingly enough, we watched it on VHS because I do. Mm-hmm. And we'll get to all that in a minute. I picked it up on, where we picked it up VHS a little while back. We did not have a Pizza Hut commercial in front of our presentation.
It didn't have the Pizza Hut commercial?
Didn't have the Pizza Hut commercial. I think because wasn't the Pizza Hut commercial kind of like the early 90s? I think that came out in the early 90s where this tape was like initial release. It was like late 80s.
Well, yeah, I mean, the movie came out in the late 80s.
Yeah, it was like 87. I think the tape came out like 88, 89. And then I think they did the re-releases like in the early 90s. Blakely says she hated
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, Blakely says she hated Land Before Time. It was way too depressing. Christy says she just really liked dinosaurs, which...
Yeah, dinosaurs are dope.
Dinosaurs are cool. I like dinosaurs growing up. I would not have liked this movie growing up. I can tell you that much. It would have scared the shit out of me. I would not have been happy watching it. Much like I wasn't happy watching any Don Bluth movie. Because, like... And like that was the trend, I feel. I feel like there were specific animation studios, mainly Don Bluth, who would make these like cutesy looking movies like The Land Before Time, Rockadoodle, Fox and the
Rockadoodle.
Hound.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yep.
I didn't realize Fox and the Hound was Don Bluth.
Okay.
These like very cutesy movies, and then
Oh yeah, like Fievel,
Five-O Goes
Anastasia.
West, An American Tail. Five-O Goes West.
Mhm.
Like,
All dogs go to heaven.
so
For fuck's
like,
sake.
as an unsuspecting parent, you're like, oh, it's an animated movie. The kid likes dogs. Let him watch the Fox and the Hound. They put the kid in front of the TV to watch Fox and the Hound. They go in the other room to hang out with their adult friends. Meanwhile, the kid is just learning a big old lesson in pain and depression.
Mhm. See, I remember specifically, like I've seen the Fox and the Hound probably 1,000 times, right?
A
But
thousand
I specifically,
times?
oh, easily.
Guys.
Um, but I always remember, like after a while, once the fox becomes like a prick teen,
Right.
like I'm over it. Like I was just like the fun's over. Like there's no more fun, cause like at that point it's just like he's emo. The dog just wants to do its job.
Right,
There's a
right.
bear. Grandpa Joe gets his leg broken. Like
There's some shit in there, man. These are heavy
right?
movies. Blakely says
Yeah,
she
very
loved
heavy.
Rockadoodle. I hated Rockadoodle. Hated it. Hated it. And like
So was Lamb?
we always had to like I remember one year where like we always had to watch it.
What, Rockadoodle?
Yeah, because it was like, oh, the babysitter's coming over, and then like they just put
We
on
put on the
Rockadoodle.
Rockadoodle.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, there's nothing else I can do because I have to be watched. like I'm too young to go play in my room by myself, and now I'm just like watching this fucking movie. But like look, and like he actually did some movies I didn't realize. I mean,
Okay.
Secret of Nim, he did.
Oh yeah.
An American Tail was him. Land Before Time, All Dogs Go to Heaven, obviously Rockadoodle, Thumbelina, A Troll in Central Park, Pebble the Penguin, Anastasia, which I didn't realize he did. Titan AE was him.
Okay.
And then, of course, he did the Dragon's Lair games, which are fun, I will say. You know, if you're into that kind of, directional pad type game. There's also like a... there was another game very similar, Space Ace, which is a space version of Dragon's Lair, pretty much. So, Christy,
Okay.
we'll have to find that. It's actually a Laserdisc game, so Christy, we might need to buy a Laserdisc player. I'm just saying they exist. It
What
would
are
be
you
cool.
doing?
What?
What are you doing with yourself?
Listen, man. I'm just living life. trying to find my own gold rush.
So was Land Before Time the only movie you watched, or did you watch another one as well?
No, we watched another movie. So because Christy picked The Land Before Time because she was like, "Let's watch a
Right.
movie," you
Okay.
know. And I was like, "Pick whatever you want." We watched Land Before Time, and then I was like, "Let's watch something else that's maybe a little different." So I was like, I as you know, I've been trying to buy some VHS tape, which we'll get into here in a little bit. It was a big weekend for me. I've been trying to buy like a lot of mid to late 90s, like those high school, college, like type movies, like, your American Pies, your Can't Hardly Wait, your Empire Records, things like that. And then we ended up watching She's All That, which
Okay.
I haven't seen in years.
I'm trying to even remember it. I
That's the
don't
one
even...
with Freddie Prinze Jr., Rachel Lee Cook, where she is like the ugly basket case girl in high school that like nobody likes and everybody avoids, and he's like the most popular kid in school.
Right. Okay. Right.
And I'm like,
right.
they did,
Yes.
yeah. But then like the moment the movie starts, you're like, they did a terrible job at trying to make her look just unappealing. And then like there's the bet. It's like him and Paul Walker bet on whether or not he can turn anybody into like the next prom queen. he ends up falling in love with her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one.
Yeah.
So you picked. I did not pick Three Ninjas. No. Although we did watch that not too long ago. So I ended up picking that movie. And here's what we discovered about our recent movie picks. So Christy's been picking these movies like Land Before Time. We watched this movie Fluke, which we could do an entire episode around the movie Fluke. But essentially, like, a lot of her movies that she was watching as a kid, like, they're super depressing.
Right.
They're super depressing, super traumatizing.
Yep.
And Christy's always like, I watch these movies all the time. And I'm like,
so many times.
I'm like, what? I'm like, how? Why? And just, so we're watching. I'm just like, this is depressing as fuck. You know? Like Land Before Time, like the mom gets eaten, you know, by the T-Rex. And then the kids go on like a murder rampage, like a fucking revenge story to try to go kill the T-Rex. And I'm like, like these Goonies are literally plotting murder right now.
Yeah.
They're like, let's trap him down here and drop this
succeed.
fucking boulder on him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the shit? So that was kind of the feedback we were like that was going around for that. But then the movies that I suggest may or may not have an element of creepiness to them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were some things.
Okay.
You know, like we watched Rocky, you know, a couple months ago. And I was like, Rocky's a great movie. You know, it's this great story about, you know, this guy who's like a down on his luck boxer, and then he goes the distance and he ends up getting the girl at the end. But then you kind of forget the whole point where he got the girl by basically like trapping her in his apartment and then like forcing her to stay. And you're like, whoa, this is not the Rocky I remember.
Yeah, and didn't he like call her retarded at one point?
No, that was the other guy. There was another guy.
Okay.
He was like, take her to the zoo, you know? And you're like, you know, as a kid, like that was lost on me. You know, plus like I mostly watched like Rocky 3 and Rocky 4. Which, you know, much different. So I was like, okay, like that, okay, you know, so we learned a little bit about that. And then, you know, we watched She's All That, which, you know, I was like, you know, it's a fun, like, high school movie from the late 90s. Got a lot of familiar faces in it. It's kind of a zany premise. And then you realize throughout the entire movie, this dude is just stalking this woman. And you're just like, she's also, like, underage. And you're just like, oh.
Yeah, like
that doesn't sit well.
The thing is, and we've discovered this a lot with like because I've been making playlists.
Yeah.
For like throwing darts. And
you
so
got a throwing darts playlist.
Well, of course, and you know I'm putting on some classics.
Yeah.
On the like you know like you'd hear like in the bar or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But then like when you go back and listen to those songs, you're just like, oh, this is not okay.
We had some stuff back then where like I think it was just lost on us. Like we weren't really listening and paying attention.
No, why is everybody trying to get the underage girl? Like I don't understand.
Just stop.
It's fucking weird.
Stop.
Don't.
Yeah.
Gross.
It is.
I don't need. She's only 17. No, fuck off.
Yeah.
Gross.
Knock that shit off. Go after the Cougars. just seems more appropriate.
That's right.
Yeah, they're available. Running around town. But yeah, like it kind of like went into this spiral of like, oh man, like what else is out there that we just completely have a like we're remembering everything just completely wrong about you know, like media from back then. I mean, and then I was like trying to think of like other movies that like we watched as kids that were just terrifying. But like,
Well, that was like that Casper movie when they had the ghost machine. And
oh
it's like it's not a
yeah,
go. No, it fucking kills you. Like
it is a murder machine.
it is a murder machine.
Yeah,
No, it's a machine that turns you into a ghost. No, it fucking kills you.
yeah,
Like the fuck.
yeah. And then like they totally like twist that dude's head around.
Yeah.
Like,
What the fuck?
and nobody taught us how to fucking install the sink.
That's true. Like what the yeah.
So, yeah, so that happened, and then I did some other stuff. I bought some things.
You bought some
I
things?
bought some things.
What'd you buy?
I listen, man. I am deep in it now.
You're deep in it.
We are deep into the VHS collection.
Oh, okay. All right. How deep?
Bro.
Like what's a
One of my last two hauls was 57 tapes.
It's a lot. But how much money?
Honestly, not that much money.
Okay.
You know, like we are still getting some good deals.
Are we getting like a buck of tape?
We're getting a buck of tape. We're getting 50 cents a tape.
Okay.
Yeah, what was it? What was it, like 2 weeks ago? Went out to the Savers and then hit up a couple Goodwills nearby. That's where we picked up 57 tapes. It was quite the experience. And then I had another just fucking monster haul this past weekend. Which I feel like we do need visuals on, so I did take pictures.
Okay. Let's take a look.
So let's kick things off. Just
it's a trunk.
This is just my trunk. It is just a trunk.
Did you meet a guy named Steve and you got to pick out of his trunk what you wanted?
No, I didn't. No, we did not meet a guy named Steve. Because, what was it? Sunday, I had stopped over. We picked up. I picked up. The collective
right,
we, all of us. Listen, you're all like everybody here is involved in this, okay? Because nobody has told me to stop. Nobody.
That's too many.
You know,
I've been over it.
It's not too many. This is not the big haul though. This was the killer haul from this past weekend. Okay, because like here's the thing. I've been stopping off at like a couple of like specific Goodwills for a little while now, and they have had a tendency to have some good picks, which I've I have collected. This one in particular, I was on my way to the gym, and I was like, let's just keep going a little bit further, and because I know there's one right down the road. Let's just stop in real quick. It'd be quick stop.
Yeah.
So I go in, I do my usual loop, where I hit the appliance section, look through that, then I go to the media section, then I go through the denim.
Oh, you're appliance first guy. Okay.
Well, it's just the best path to take.
Okay.
So you kind of hit over there, you see if there's like any goodies that you might be able to pick, then you go through the media, then you go through the toys, and then you look, see if they got any Levi's, and then you go, and then this one in particular has a section that is like just designated to like TVs and old computer parts. They've got like old video game stuff over there.
Okay.
So I go in there, I loop around the area, and it's like, there's really like nothing over here. And then as I'm like, I'm literally getting ready to leave. I have nothing in my hand. I'm about to walk out, and there's just a cart sitting there. And I'm like, okay, like, and there's like some Star Wars stuff on top. I'm like, maybe there's something in here. I move the first thing, and I immediately see a tape. And I'm like, oh, we're good. And I start digging through, and it's just like, it's dude, literally, just the gold rush. I got my pickaxe in hand, and I got my pickaxe, I got my bucket, I'm shaking the rocks, and I'm just like, oh, we got Conan the Barbarian, we got the whole Highlander series, we got a shitload of X-Files. Wait, hang on. And then oh yeah, so that was Christy's face, by the way, when I showed her my whole haul. And then this is what we ended up getting, right? When I say we, I mean I. So
Right.
they had the fucking Rocky IV soundtrack on vinyl, and I was like, sick. They had a Batman, like somebody clearly just like died and donated all this stuff.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Then you got
Bro, you got in package Rubik's Cube?
in package Rubik's Cube. It's a new one, but I was like, I don't have one. So like, you know, might as well. We got the Batman Returns poster. Okay.
That's dope.
Got a Less Than Zero media package. Which, you know, I've never seen one of those in the wild before, and I was like, this is kind of cool. You know, this is
right.
It's pretty neat, you know. It's something, you know, media kit thing.
Right.
And then we just had like a whole bunch of X-Files tapes.
I see that. You got like all the seasons.
Which I've never watched the X-Files.
Okay.
But at 50 cents a pop, like, how can you not?
I mean, okay.
And then
I could not.
I mean, a lot of people could not. But hey, man, like if I don't get it, somebody else is.
But you did.
I
Good
did.
for you.
I did. Listen, man. I still need to vendor a table this year, and I need inventory. God damn it! I'm buying this for the inventory. I need this. This is
okay.
This is for the business. Okay. And then they had like a whole bunch of like James Bond books that were from the 60s. So like that is like most of
I see some books.
You see some books. So yeah, I bought literature. I bought Jaws, you know, in paperback form. Yes, Fenton. They had the Miami Vice soundtrack. They had the soundtrack to more Dirty Dancing, which was just like a follow up song. Because there was the Dirty Dancing soundtrack, and then there was more Dirty Dancing.
Of course, why wouldn't there be?
There was also what is it? I think we picked up the soundtrack to Back to the Future on cassette.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then we picked up a couple other like like there was like a Conan the Barbarian book. And then a couple other like
Wii situation, Christy.
It's like another Wii situation. What?
Yeah, you keep saying Wii.
Again, it's the collective Wii. It's us. You know, we're all involved. Yeah,
we're all in this.
Yeah, you're all part of this, whether you like it or not. Yeah. So this was just like the one haul. But then, like the day before, let me make sure I got the right picture here. Yeah, the day before we had picked up some other stuff here too.
Okay.
So actually, 2 days before, it was Friday and Saturday, we ended up getting a couple more tapes here. Yeah, Christy wasn't even there. No, this was all me. Although she was there for some of this. But we picked up a couple of the Dirty Harry movies. We picked up some other 80s flicks. Ended up getting Bachelor Party, which is a phenomenal movie. If you haven't seen Bachelor Party, gotta check it out. Tom Hanks at his peak, in my opinion.
Peak Hanks, yeah.
Peak Hanks. We got Con Air because we're trying to build the Nick Cage collection. Okay. I finally stopped kicking the tires and I pulled the trigger on Ninja Turtles 3. You know.
Why were you waiting?
Well, because dude, like it was expensive. Like all these swap meets, it was a little bit overpriced at some of the swap meets.
Turtles in Time is worth a little scratch, huh?
Maybe. And then we also picked up some additional cassettes, which was like a Dr. Dre single. Picked up the Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Oh fuck yes!
Great White North.
That's gold.
Yep. And
that's
gold.
Weight in gold.
And then we picked up the soundtrack to Heavy Metal.
Okay.
Fenton goes sidekicks. Come on now, you're in my head, dude. That was a movie I grew up on. Okay. And I haven't seen it in years, and I've been talking to Christy about it lately. And then when I saw it, I was like, "Oh God, like this is destiny. Like this is absolutely destiny." So that was the complete haul from this weekend, and then I'll show the haul from the other weekend before. This is the big one.
Oh, you got original trilogy.
This was the big one, folks. Yeah. Here's what happened. I also got Fluke there for Christy because I know that was one of her favorite movies. So see, like I'm buying tapes for other people.
Yeah, it's not just for yourself.
Yeah, it's not just for me. It's for all of us. I'm buying these tapes.
I can't watch them.
Well, you could. I might actually try to do like a thing where like maybe we.
Oh really?
Yeah, where maybe we watch some tapes. Like, because I can probably hook up my like a VCR to my computer.
I mean, I'm sure you could
do a little watch along.
But like, we could also just stream it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stream it, watch along.
No, but the movie.
Yeah, it's a watch along. Yeah, we'll do it together.
Yeah, but we don't need the VHS for it.
No, but like you have it though. We have it.
I mean, I don't have it.
We do. This is all of us. Okay, we're all part of this. I don't know if I told you, but yeah, there's a couple things you had to get. So we got like the Fluke, got some American Graffiti, some Animal House. I got a Medieval Times production promotional video.
Why?
Why not? Why not? Hang on. Let me.
All the reasons. All the reasons. What the fuck with this guy?
Oh, hey, my cat's down here. This is like this is. Look at this. Look at this. Exciting show highlights and behind the scenes action. Where else are you gonna find something?
Behind the scenes of what? Them calling spots?
The medieval time. Yeah, man. I want to know how this works. I've never been to medieval times. Look how happy those people look.
They're a wrestler. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but like they get dinner. All we ever got is a hot dog.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Dan Dynasty did medieval times.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, baby. 1992. This was released. But this is like this is the weird shit that I'm always just gonna pick up, right?
Okay.
And then we just got like a whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, I did get the box set of the Star Wars trilogy, which I technically already own. But this one came in the box.
No, you didn't have the box.
I didn't have the box. And it was actually cheaper. Okay. It was actually cheaper to get the whole set than it was to piece it together like I did before.
And a handshake.
And a handshake. There you go. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay,
so
you also got some Ed TV.
Ed TV.
That's a good one.
Scooby-Doo meets Batman.
Okay, that's good.
Just
Lies.
Just a whole bunch of shit. Beverly Hills Cop 2. The problem that I have now is that I need to inventory all of this stuff because I have gotten to a point where I was like, I don't remember if I bought this or not.
You need a spreadsheet.
I do need a spreadsheet, and I because I have bought some duplicates.
Which, on accident?
Yes, admittedly on accident, but again, it was like 50 cents. So,
what's the duplicate? Like, if it's 50 cents and you've got now 2 medieval times, I think that was a bad deal. But like, if you've got like another Back to the Future, then that's taking money out of one pocket.
Yeah, and but again, I need inventory because we're going to be vendoring. So we gotta be able to have this inventory, right?
This is what I want to know.
Okay.
Because you'll have to do the math, because if getting a vendor's table costs anything like getting a vendor's table for comic books, you're gonna lose your ass.
Well, maybe not, because at some of these swap meets, it's like tables are first come, first serve.
Oh, like there's no money down.
There's no money down. Like you're literally. Okay. I think a lot of these swap meets that they're doing around town. Again, I could be mistaken the situation here.
You're just gonna show up and take somebody's table and be like, "I'm here first."
See, I walk 10 miles and I put my flag down. Now you can walk 10 miles and put your flag over there.
Just like our forefathers.
Just like our forefathers did. Blame them for California. It ain't my fault.
That's right.
Yeah, if I understand the situation correctly, it is just it's more or less to help patronize the business that the swap meets are setting up at, because they tend to, because they'll be at like a bar or like some kind of eatery that's got like an open area, so they'll bring a lot of foot traffic in through that business that day. And, people are buying drinks or buying food. So it's like, the business is cool with it because they're getting more business. And then, like, it's not like, the people who are organizing it are necessarily making any money anyways. Like, they're just making connections. They're just out to have a good time. It's pretty
Sure.
chill Sunday. So I do think that I might be able to, at the very least, hit up some of these freer ones or less expensive ones. But I do think I did, what was it? I did a little bit of research before, and I do think that the cost to vendor some of these like vintage markets isn't too bad. You would still need to sell a fair amount in order to, just break even.
Right.
But
right.
Sometimes you just gotta get yourself out there.
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Gotta start
right?
somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. So,
But I'm just thinking, like, if it's like 150 a table, man, you got.
no. I mean, if it's like 150 a table, I'd be like, eh. I did just. So, I've also been getting into online auctions.
No.
For estate sales.
Run.
For estate sales.
For estate sales.
For estate sales.
Man, I'm all about to get estate sales,
dude.
So.
And there's an app that I use, which I can literally just sit there while I'm taking a dump and just be like, who's selling what, just like who's around me.
Just peep right in.
Yeah, because like not everything is being sold on Craigslist, not everything is being sold on Facebook Marketplace.
Is anyone using Craigslist still? Because I feel like at this point, if you're still using Craigslist, you're looking for like something on the black market.
Yes and no. I feel. Here's the thing. I feel like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, it's still that area of like people are just trying to unload stuff because they're moving or it's stolen, whatever the case might be. Speaking of, I even need an air mattress. Hey, if anybody out there is looking for an air mattress, hit up Patrick Fenton.
There you go.
I don't know. I feel like you can still find some decent stuff on Craigslist. Anything that I've been looking for has been way overpriced. Or it's a shady deal. Like, I have an entire storefront of movies. Come check them out. And it's in like the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to be turned into a wind chime today.
No. Or a wax figure.
Or a wax figurine. Oh, that would be fucking wild.
There's like that movie.
Yeah, House of Wax. I could maybe do that for the story. Be like, yeah, like I showed up at this guy's business, and then he just, trying to buy some videotapes, and he just turned me into a wax statue, and now I'm here talking about it. There. And who?
Paris Hilton.
Oh yeah, she was in that fucking movie.
She was in that movie.
Yeah,
I never saw the only thing she ever did.
No, she did at least one other movie.
Heyo.
Picture was kind of dark, a little grainy. I would have used it. I personally would have used a different light setting, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
Just my professional opinion. That's all.
Yeah, just stop being poor.
Just stop being. Fuck. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Craigslist. Yeah. So Craigslist is kind of. It's kind of hit or miss, but like they've got a lot of like estate sales around here, which there's been some good stuff. We actually picked up some good stuff for a friend not too long ago at an estate sale.
Oh, for a friend. Okay.
For a friend, because shopping for friends, you always got to pick stuff up.
Sure.
And then so I found one, and it was just unloading like a whole bunch of stuff. So I ended up buying like 2 Sega Genesis and like an old PS4 for like $100.
What are you doing?
I need inventory, man. Gonna get this stuff. We're gonna clean it up.
You keep saying this word. Inventory.
Yeah, inventory.
When are you going to have enough inventory?
I mean, does anybody ever have enough inventory?
This is what I'm saying.
I mean, you got to keep the business afloat, You got to keep.
You've got to start, man. Afloat. You got to cast off. Like,
yeah. Well, I'm hoping maybe at some point here in the near future, I'm gonna start, you know, because I gotta organize this fucking room. I'm gonna start going through everything. I'm gonna start making piles. Put those piles in boxes. Start pricing everything out. You know,
you gotta get a label maker.
Ooh, well, I don't know.
One of those sticker guns.
I was thinking just doing like Post-its, you know, because like I don't want to like label gun might like put too much adhesive on it. I don't know, because I don't want to like ruin.
Oh,
it.
okay. You don't want to
damage it. Plus, you know, I gotta check all the tapes, make sure there's no mold. You know, make sure that they're all playing right, so you know how to price them and everything. Because I'm sure like better quality tapes are worth more than like shittier looking tapes, that sort of thing.
Make sure nobody recorded something over it. You know?
Make sure, or that like nobody like flipped the film around, because you know you can like take the film out and put it in a different case.
Why would you do that? To record on the other side?
No, like make custom tapes. You can physically like take apart a tape, remove the film, and put it in a different case.
I mean, sure, but why?
Custom tapes.
For what?
I don't know. Fun. Yeah, it's like you get a green cassette tape. You just happen to find one, then you put like, you know, fucking Incredible Hulk in there.
Okay.
Or you know, something like that. Have some fun with it.
Sure.
Do some color swatches. Swap out, you know.
Make it match the room.
Make it match the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the other thing I got to start looking out for, too, is like color tapes.
I mean, brother, like, come on.
Oh, start doing tape mods.
Some what?
Tape mods.
Tape mods.
Tape mods, yeah. For inventory.
Christy, when's enough? Like, when are you going to cut this?
Nobody has told me to stop. So, like, I feel like y'all are just encouraging me. I'm just going to keep going. You know?
I've been telling you to stop before you started, man. Well, I feel like if you are going to do the vendor table, great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Love that. I love that for you.
That is, and I have said like that was part of my, you know, part of my goals for this year was to come up with a vendoring, you know, thing.
However, if it gets to the point where you can't put the car in the garage no more and you still haven't done a vendor table,
I think if things can no longer fit in this room comfortably, then that's where we need to have a discussion.
Yes.
That's where we need to put the banner up. We need to all sit in a circle and say, Kevin, this is how you hurt me.
This is an intervention.
This is an intervention.
We all love you.
Fenton has been encouraging this, which is okay. You know,
that's true.
I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support.
Well, Fenton, I mean, at least like with Fenton, I get the idea of like, yeah, there were like some wrestling tapes that were made on VHS only.
Oh, sure.
They've never been converted. This is the only way that you're going to be able to watch them. But like True Lies, man, is fucking on Netflix. Like you can go watch it
Yeah,
now.
but like I might not have Netflix for much longer.
Okay.
Our login might not
be
work.
On fucking, wait 2 more weeks. It'll be on Amazon Prime for a week.
Yeah, but then everybody's editing these movies. Like it goes to Disney Plus, and Disney Plus like removes like a whole bunch of stuff.
You got Gone with the Wind yet?
No.
Then what you worried about? Get yourself Songs of the South?
No.
Fuck you care then.
No. No. All right, we want to do some AI shit before we close this out.
We'll do some.
What do we got? What do we got?
How about this?
Okay.
Let's have AI do a sales pitch for your VHS vending table. Let's see if AI can sell me on coming to your vending table for your VHS.
Sales pitch for Kevin's VHS vendor table. Let's see if this.
Because I feel like you're gonna need a marketing plan, right? You know. Maybe try to come up with like a clever name. Maybe we can brainstorm a name for your vending business. Be kind, spend a dime.
Be kind, spend a dime. Oh man, I like that.
Look at
that. That's some good stuff there. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna keep going here. Huh.
VHS Empire.
VHS Empire. Okay. Damn the man. Save the Empire. Okay, I'm watching this generate, and I think we are unhinged already.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What's another good maybe not.
I can read you the presentation as is right now.
All right.
So today we will be presenting a sales pitch for Kevin's VHS vendor table. We're trying to generate some excitement for his product. We really do want to find a willing partner in this area. So here we are. That is my TV going through the demo. Yes, there are huge files being streamed into it, and the resolution isn't perfect, but it's a start, right?
Setting the bar low. We're setting the bar low.
Set the bar low. That way you can always aim high.
That's right.
We've talked a lot about different kinds of content for this platform, and we really want something that has a real chance at making it.
That's right.
So there was a long way to go yet, but I feel very good about where we are right now. I'm still up in San Diego this week on a business trip. It was nice and cool. It was nice and cool on Tuesday. We had a great dinner on Tuesday evening at Costa Vida, a Mexican place in the Gas Lamp. The food was delicious. Afterwards, we walked down to the Battery, which is a shopping area in downtown. I don't think I've been there since we moved back here. We ended up shopping a bit at Pacific Market, which was close to the hotel. It was nice to get out and walk around for a while. The Charger game that night was supposed to be on Channel 38, which is a local Fox station.
It's not there yet.
It's not there yet. Okay, so we need to come up with a different prompt. Something like, here is why VHS is the future technology of the world. You'll want to purchase and buy. Oh no, let me spell that right. And buy into this. Retro media. It is the coolest thing going today. I feel like I'm doing a better job writing this in the AI.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving it a lot.
One rad dude.
What is a good name for your table? Like I want to brainstorm some table names for you, because you're gonna need a banner. Yeah, you're gonna need some signage.
Okay, now I think we're getting somewhere with this.
Kev's Rex.
Kev's Rex?
Yeah, like your recommendations.
Well, maybe.
I mean, they can't all be home runs. Like, I'm trying here, man. Let's see.
Okay. I think we got a winner here.
Okay.
Okay. We're almost at the character cap. Okay, now we have gone off the rails. Okay, here is, and so this is all me to start. Here is why VHS is the future technology of the world. You'll want to purchase and buy into the retro media. It is the coolest thing going today. You'll be one rad dude. And now we go into the AI. Trust me, you'll want to own a double length and a triple length. Not just a super long all over print, but super deep awesome VHS LPs that are lined and ready for music and shit to be put into them. I'm serious. I'm talking bipolar. Well, anyways, they have really cheap polyester, also cheap but still polyester, VHS bags in New York City, right? But I have a friend who got a whole VHS tape drive to store his stuff. I'm Sure, it's real neat because his wife likes to download stuff into it and watch stuff on it, like Home Alone 2. I'm not a big fan of the VHS because my mom and I have a tape of the pilot episode of the first season of Star Trek that I'm pretty sure is useless. It's what my sister was watching in the bathroom while I was taking a dump. And that didn't work out too well for me.
What the fuck?
So I just want to say that these things are awesome and that everyone should buy and play with it. It is the future. The future. It's the future. You are logged out. I think that sells it right there.
I think it does. Now I had a thought. I had an idea because everybody needs a gimmick, right?
Yeah.
So I've got the gimmick for your gimmick table.
Okay.
So I think you should call your table Back Alley Kevs.
Back Alley Kevs.
Okay. And what you're doing, what your gimmick is, what the experience that you're giving the customer is when you set up your vendor table, right? I want you to drive your car up to the table.
Okay? Oh, like sell it out of the trunk?
And sell it out of the trunk because you're giving the shady experience in a safe environment. That's what you're doing. I think
do like that is
people.
I need a van.
Yes,
I need a van,
an unmarked van.
I need an unmarked van.
Mm-hmm.
I could be a mobile business.
Yeah,
there was a van down the street like 3 weeks ago that was for sale. I considered buying it.
Well, there you go. Buy that specifically for your VHS business.
Christy, if you're still listening, how would you feel if I just came home one day with a van and I just had it parked in our driveway?
Oh, there you go. 50-50 raffle.
50-50 raffle. You'll at least earn back the table fees. I mean, that's
and gas money.
And gas money. Well, gas. Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
See, what you need is the van, a lawn chair.
She's terrified. Yeah, van, lawn chair, cooler,
and a trench coat,
and a boombox.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. This is why we do the show.
We come up with a gold mine of ideas here.
I could be a mobile salesman, just setting up in parking lot after parking lot.
There you go.
Just abandoned back alleys, schools,
right?
Maybe not schools.
No.
Definitely not schools.
No, they won't understand.
Yes, colleges, perhaps.
Perhaps colleges.
Hey, kids, this is the stuff your parents were into.
Put that on a t-shirt. Just a shady dude selling VHSs on a trunk.
Kids.
Hey, this is what your parents were into.
It's just grainy porn. Just bad quality.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. We need to eject. All right, folks, listen, we do this show each and every Wednesday night right here on youtube.com/BrainWreckTV. We've also got Don't Be an Asshole, which is the internet's favorite game show, coming to you live each and every other Thursday night right here on youtube.com/BrainWreckTV. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. We have so much other content sitting around in the archives. We've got shorts going up. We're also on the TikTok. At Brainwreck TV, we're on the Twitter still for some reason at Brainwreck TV. You can find us on Twitch too. I mean, we don't do anything there, but we're there. Over there at Brainwreck TV. Whole bunch of content. You want to be involved. We are trying to grow this channel like crazy, so tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everybody you know, and be sure to hit the link down below in the description to head over to our TeePublic page and buy yourself some merchandise at a real good price.
Go. And tomorrow night,
Ooh.
will be a new episode.
Yeah.
Of Liquid Space.
I love it. I'm excited to watch it.
On the channel.
Yeah.
Yes. And not only that, but your boy went and bought himself a couple new board games.
Ooh, shit.
And so there will be coming soon the return
Return.
Board game date
Board
night.
game date night. I'm looking forward to it. I think I've hit my
Hell
quota
yeah.
for this month, but I'm gonna be doing some planning. I think we might take a new approach for next month.
Oh, okay.
New approach.
All
Yeah,
right.
I gotta start putting pen to paper and actually start planning these things out.
Getting right to something.
Because there's gonna be a change in my content. We're gonna do some changes.
Right.
You know,
Enough is enough.
enough
Time
is
for a
enough.
change.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna be great.
All right. Well, for this week, I've been Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
This has been your show.
Peace.